Hello, my name is Kazu. Nice to meet you. This is part of my 365-day daily challenge speaking English for 30 minutes straight using those type questions. No script, just spontaneous answers, just like the real exam. Let's get started. I'm really tired. I'm exhausted. Today I had two classes. Corporate valuation and management strategy classes. Management strategy class. Today's 279. At the midterm. There is a midterm this week. One midterm of corporate valuation class. And I can bring a cheat sheet for the test. So I don't need to completely remember whole things, but still, yeah, I have some parts that I can't understand. So first I have to understand the parts using ChatGPT or Claude. Yes, and then I want to talk about the experience, social experience. So after the classes, I went to undergo the social experiment, which I applied to a while ago, and I completely forgot right after it. But yeah, anyway, I managed to go there. And I got the experiment. It was really interesting that like we were four of us. First of all, but at first we had to sit down separately, and we all face faced outside of the room, so we didn't know our faces each other at first. Then we had some like mini games. We took 3 mini games. Like first, what was that? Oh yeah. So the word comes up on the display, and all the words are color name, like red, white, blue, but the color, actual color, is different. Like it's possible that the word is red, but the color is blue. And you just need to care about the color of the word, not the word. So if the color is red, you type R, and white, if it is white, you type W, something like that. The next mini game, like I did that maybe for 5 minutes or something, but I felt it was really long. Anyway, the second one was left right again. So it separated the display on the center. Then the word comes up. But this time you need to care about the word. Like if it is left, you have to type A, because the keyboard, it's the edge of the keyboard. The left edge of the keyboard is A. So you have to, if the word is left, you must type A. But the word is right, you must type L. And even if it's the word right comes up the left side, you must type right. No, L, sorry. It's a little bit complex, but anyway. So this time it really depends on the word, not the position. Yeah, that's the maybe second. That was the second game, and the third. Wait a minute. Sorry, I drank sparkling water. The third game was, it's hard to explain that. So alphabet or a number, but only one figure, a figure, and alphabet. Yeah, either of them comes up, just one letter. Then the next letter comes up, and if the third one is the same alphabet or the same letter as the second to last, you type space. And if it is correct, green light turns on. But if you are wrong, red light turns on. So you have to remember like at least 2 letters. It wasn't that hard because it was time between the letters, so I can easily remember what was the second to last letter. By the way, I made mistakes a few times. Anyway, yeah, I did those 3 mini games, and then we tackled into the social experiment. Like you are, we, four of us, were on the ship, and the ship was, how can I say, damaged. So it was sinking in the sea. But we have the we have the rescue boat of four of us, so we can ride on the boat. And we have match, one box of matches, and yeah, and the boat, and 15 items. We have 15 items. At first, each of us had to rank the priority, had to rank those items from 1 to 15. 1 is the most priority things, the most priority thing. The 15 is the opposite. So first, you only yourself have to rank those items. Then finally we faced each other and then discuss a team's priority of those items. That was really interesting. So in my opinion, first, I thought no matter what happened, we needed to survive. So my priority was food. So I ranked the food first. And then, something to extend our lives, like fishing rod. What was that? Tsurizo. And anyway, so we talked about first, and we were not allowed to reveal our names. So we just introduced myself as A, B, C, D. I was C. And 2 guys and 2 women. A is a guy, and B and D were women. And it was really interesting, and I thought, so the A guy, Mr. A, said like we agreed to rank food first. Kind of, I explained the reason why I ranked this to everyone, and everyone says their opinions, and we discussed, and we mostly agreed with the priority, like food, rowers, and and but the woman said maybe she was really afraid of sharks, and one of those items was to avoid sharks. Like it was the spray to avoid sharks in the water. So, and she ranked that item higher than mine, and I didn't really understand like sharks, because we are riding on a boat and we don't need the shark, I guess. But anyway, this is the experiment, like, so how decide like one decision by four of us who have different ideas, opinions about one thing. That's the experiment. So wait a minute, this is really hard to explain. Anyway, a guy said like one of those items, there was a mirror to shape your beard's mustache, and I thought it was garbage, because I don't know why like they put that item. But he said, and sorry, there are another item like the oils. And a guy said, he can use Miller to show our presence, to reflect the sunlight. And the oil we can use like we can kindle that oil to show our presence at night, something like that. Then he's right, I think I was convinced. And I was convinced. But maybe the priority is the kind of second second part. I think food first, and then those attracting other boats things. Anyway, but finally, like, we had 20 minutes to decide our decision, and somehow we managed to do it. We agreed with the decision making. And now the most interesting part. The inspector gave us the information, which is from the experts. Like, what kind of things do you need in that situation officially? Like, it was like from American government or something. So like the maybe very smart guys wrote that instruction. Anyway, four of us read the instruction, and it says uh, kind of kind of I forgot the exact sentences, but the most important thing is to show your presence to other for other boats, because you cannot reach the ground, and maybe you cannot survive until you reach the ground. It would take very long time, and you wouldn't be able to survive that long days. So you should put your priority on getting rescue from other boats, other ships or something. And I read that information. We read that information. Then we got another time to discuss after the information. Then a guy and the D woman said, we put like things attract other boats, put them in the first place, like millers and oils. But me and B woman, we still food or water. Actually, water is the first place. But we said food is still most important things. So we, B and C, uh, 主張って何て言うんだっけな B and C claim, B woman and me claimed that water is still the number one priority, the first rank. But A and D kindly, they suggested that millers and oils were the first place. Yeah, kind of, I use some, a little bit. We put pressure, like, not very hard, but we said still water is the most important thing to survive. Like if we cannot survive, how to attract other boats to rescue. So the final team's decision making was the water was first, then food or the like fishing lure, forgot, and but millers and oils got higher than before. Anyway, but yeah, I don't remember precisely the experiment, but we kind of we managed to decide our decision finally, and then the experience over. Like we had to write the review. Yeah, then the experiment was over. It was really fun. And the last after I finished a review or just review writing my review, they put the answer sheet, and it was really interesting. So according to the information, Miller and oil were first. Like the Miller was first, and the oil was the second thing, because you can, oil to show our presence using a match to kindle. Anyway, it was really interesting, and actually the kind of screen, there was a screen sheet to avoid mosquitoes or bugs, and we discussed it is a little bit important to to avoid disease or illness by bugs or mostly mosquitoes. Like we all know mosquitoes are dangerous, so we thought the screen sheet is a little bit important. But the answer sheet said there's no mosquito on the sheet, so it was the the last it was the worst place, like 15 or 14. 15 is some kind of equipment, but you cannot use without something, so it's kind of useless. So that item is 15, and 14 it was the screen sheet. That was really interesting. And I asked that experiment, I asked ChatGPT the experiment. So it is, ChatGPT said it is known as a famous social experiment. To observe, like teamwork or something. And ChatGPT also says sometimes, like not the right person have control of the team, like a guy just speak loudly, or just the guy, he has confidence without reason. So those not capable guys sometimes take control. But sometimes, small voices, people who cannot say their opinions loudly or confidently, sometimes they are right. So it's not kind of which is right or wrong. It is kind of, we need to So like, you know, for example, we didn't need, there's no mosquitoes on the ocean. How can I say it? On the ocean. So every time we don't have enough information, but on that situation, we need to manage to, you know, decision what we should do. And on that situation, like if you decide everything, you know, right or wrong, maybe we cannot become a good team. So like not denying, anyway, not rompa, not refute, like just, you know, facilitate saying opinions from everyone. It's really hard to experience. Anyway, hard to explain. Yeah, let's correct what I'm saying, what I said. Let's correct what I said. Okay, over 30 minutes. So yeah, from this correction, yeah, I'm gonna start from this correction. Thank you so much. Bye bye.